All right, Dennis Radke for another Adobe Beginner Classes. It's great to be here, and we're going to be embarking on a basics kind of tutorial set, which is, I know this is all about Adobe Beginner Classes. Nevertheless, there's some things that I've encountered that I think are just really basic core stuff that surprisingly not everyone knows. And what we're going to cover today is how to build a basic reflection. This is something that I saw recently over the summer where I saw, well, I'll show you here. We basically had the layer. We went ahead and duplicated it. Okay, and we're going to call this reflection. And then the person took the image, transform, and flipped the vertical. All right, then took the move tool and brought it down here. Okay. Not bad. And then brought the opacity down. Boom, we're done. Well, guys, ladies and gentlemen, that's okay, but we can do better. And that's what I want to show you right now. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and take our reflection layer. We're going to go ahead and call it a better reflection. And we'll turn off the first reflection layer and start moving and playing around with this. One thing that we want to acknowledge is the idea of blur. So when you're on a reflective surface, there is some image distortion, so we want to blur it out. So we want to add it as a smart filter, but we can't. We need to actually rasterize the layer. So first thing we want to do is rasterize the layer because it was a smart object. Then we're going to go ahead and convert for smart filters, which ironically says, hey, make it a smart object. I won't get into all the details there, but it's okay. Filter, now blur, Gaussian blur, 8.7 will, you know what, we'll stay with even more. Okay, yeah, let's get it crazy. 14. Now, that doesn't look very good. Let's go ahead and fix that. We've got a layer mask, if you will, that will apply an amount of the effect, in this case a Gaussian blur, to the image. So, for example, if I take with the smart filter layer style selected, I go ahead and do this. You can see it's blurred down here and not up there. So let's invert that. So we want it not blurred there and blurred down there. Okay, not bad. Now, if you go over here, it's black and white. Black means no effect applied. White means yes, the effect is applied, and gray is somewhere in the middle. Well, we want the whole image to have some amount of effect. So we'll go ahead and pick a medium gray and then try this like that. And you can see that, yeah, there's some blur going on there, but much more down here, right? So whatever you're comfortable with, maybe we want to kind of start up there and do it, you know, I don't know, find something that's working for you. Let's say that one, okay? Great, that already looks way better. Now, the next thing is that many times we don't always see all of the image in the reflection. It sometimes gets cut off or fades off or whatever. Let's go ahead and add a layer mask. Down here at the bottom, you see the little layer mask icon to our selected layer. There it is. And we're going to do the same principle, except in this case, we're going to have black and white, right? So black means it doesn't show, white means it does show. So we want to start with white here and pull a gradient again down here so that at black, there's nothing showing down here. So let me show you. Just go ahead and select it, click OK, or not even click OK, let go. And you can see our gradient over here, and it corresponds to a fade, if you will, down there. Now, that's terrific. We can go in here to opacity now maybe, or go into the blend modes, like multiply might be a good blend mode where our color is a little more muted. Again, that would be more true to the actual physics, if you will, of light. Finally, if we want to, a lot of times there'll be additional distortion because you're looking at it at an angle, so this might widen out. So what we want to do again, one more time, is rasterize the layer if we wish. This is kind of optional. And you can see it's still, the blend mode is preserved, the layer mask is preserved, but now what we can do is go ahead and warp the image. So go back to transform, down here is warp, and we can pull out here on each of the sides. Play with the Bezier points to line them up and kind of widen this image out. And so now you can see it kind of popping out there, and it widens as it fades. That, again, I think is a much more natural, realistic look. So there you go. Did blend modes, layer styles, fading the effect, and opacity. Why not? We had all kinds of fun. So compare this to this. Which one do you think is better? Well, I think the answer is obvious. So this is Dennis Radke here for Adobe Beginner Classes. kicking off a basics series on a variety of different applications. Hope you like this tutorial. Check out some more.